Hi guys, Sol here on a increasingly worse mic than usual. Thanks, the mic that I used to record for stuff is broken. Anyway, so this is an unscripted video by me, just kind of giving you an update of where have I been for the last year. Let's start with the elephant in the room. That versus show that I made, Doomsday Duel. Yeah, you might have noticed that we did 2 episodes. And I haven't done a third despite having the script complete, the fight script, both analyses completed, verdicts sorted out, and even a little bit of the fight text and stuff was made. To cut a long story short, because we don't need that by and large, things went really bad for me last year really quickly. Without getting too into personal matters, I was at like a mental low that I haven't been in a long time, and while I'm better due to medication, I kind of had to take a mental break from making the show. The show, while as fun as it was for the 2 episodes, and I guess Sin Smith was also pretty fun in terms of production, it was taking a lot of time and energy, and the show was basically done entirely by me, from most of a standpoint, especially editing. And if you notice, the one issue that plagued the show was editing wasn't its strong suit. Now obviously this was something that I wanted to learn and grow with time, but you kind of have a weird expectation when it comes to versus shows to be like next to perfect right away. It is crazy. So also, like, a lot of the production side of Doomsday Duel, I just either aren't in contact with those people anymore, or just all the assets have been just kind of lost, which is a shame because there were plenty of matchups. They're probably flashing on screen right now. Thumbnail credit to probably just a bunch of different people who I've taken this from, that like before and even now that I think would be absolutely amazing within the style, and I think could go so hard as just an audio-based fight. We've actually seen more of a development in audio-based fights since Doomsday Duel. It's kind of become a fad now. Not saying that obviously because obviously that was a fan battle, but I'm just trying to say, like, it's nice to see more audio-based shows. I didn't really disappear though. If you kind of follow me outside of this, there was a versus show that started up called Nebula Theatre, run by Plime. Hi Plime, you sent me to send this to you, so you're probably watching it right now. Plime is one of my best friends in this community and my boss, and has given me so many different opportunities, it is insane. And he takes up a majority of my time in terms of like versus content. There was also another show called Fan Battle Cast, ran by, again, one of my other best friends in the community, Sherm. So you might know him, he's been around quite a bit. He was the voice of Father in our first ever episode. It's just that the thing of, like, if I wanted to bring Doomsday Duel back, it would take a lot of time, it would take a lot of effort, and it probably would have not as many assets as it did, which didn't really matter because the editing was literally so shit, and I'm allowed to say that because it was shit by me. So now that the Doomsday Duel part of this is out of the way, you might have noticed that I streamed on here a little bit ago. That's not going to be a normal thing, that was just me very so graciously being let in by Plime and Sherm to a little stream that they did as part of a sponsorship. However, you might be wondering, why now? Why come back and update all of a sudden? Well, I have 2 things maybe in the move. I'm not going to confirm anything because, again, I'm a very busy individual, and as much as I would like to do these things, I'm not going to make any false promises to any of you. However, I'm currently scripting my own version of a Why It's Perfect. Wow, can you believe that? So You might know that show from, again, one of my very good friends, Levi. Hi, Levi, who kind of gave me the push to do this. I have a few matchups. There are 2 at least being scripted right now. I was always kind of scared to do one because I don't have animation or editing and stuff, and it's not all fancy like he does, because he is amazingly talented and works with some amazing people. But there was this one that they did, not they did, but like within that format, called Vox versus, I think, like Sunset Shimmer, whatever. It was a My Little Pony character that was pretty good, but didn't have, like, you know, crazy. It didn't even have an animation. There was no edits. There was no something insane, which kind of proves that anybody can do it. Secondly, I've been really wanting to bring the old interview series back. Probably not in the way that you're looking at it, where it wasn't that great, but I would absolutely love to talk to some more creators, sit down with them. I have a title, I have a working concept, I have people I want to work with. It's all about time. So I just want to give this update video in case, you know, they manage to come out, or maybe something wacky happens and I bring back Doomsday Duel. Probably with me just as the host, and everything would still be done by me. Yeah, it would go insane. Well, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this probably isn't as developed as you probably expected it to be, or maybe wanted it to be, but thank you. Bye!